For 2 months, the gates of a Birmingham primary school have been a battleground between religion and education, between parents and the school. Parents who don't want their children taught about same-sex relationships. For 6 weeks, mediation between the council, school and parents has been taking place behind the scenes. But the mediation has stalled, and the mediator feels he has no option but to break his silence to Sky News.
I can't think of any other way than talking to you and Sky to try and get people to get round a table again.
As Chief Prosecutor for North West England, Nazir Afzal tackled some of society's toughest issues. But this recent conflict over relationships education in his hometown of Birmingham has angered him. He says staff are at risk and frequently reduced to tears by hostility at the school gates.
I've looked at the curriculum. There is nothing in the curriculum that's LGBT specific. There is nothing about gay sex. I've seen people walking around outside of that school with stuff that they have downloaded from the internet suggesting that this is on the curriculum, this is what is being taught to their children. It's a lie. And this is what I'm dealing with.
Anderton Park Primary School has been at the heart of a row over relationships education. The head teacher previously told Sky News her position remained unchanged, despite parents and even her own pupils calling for her to go.
It would be a massive step backwards in education to suddenly say, we won't talk about different types of families anymore because it might upset some people.
It's called Mummy, Mama and Me.
This school in Cheshire is teaching the sort of lesson protesters are campaigning against. Some parents argue these 4- and 5-year-olds are too young to have this sort of lesson on their curriculum.
There are strong feelings on both sides of this argument. How do you reconcile it?
In truth, conversation between those most affected. So,
you've tried that?
Well, no, I have. I tried, but unfortunately, because of these other agents who've been allowed to get engaged, it's not been able to work. It is working. As I said, the head teacher has already sat down with 60 parents. She needs to sit down with another 360 parents in order for that conversation to happen. I want everybody that's involved that shouldn't be involved to back off.
These people he refers to as other agents are protesters with no connection to or children at the school. Mr. Afzal claims some simply want to settle the score over the Trojan horse scandal in 2014, when Ofsted found evidence of strict religious practices imposed in secular schools in Birmingham.
I have seen dozens and dozens of men, invariably, outside of that school, coming straight from the mosque, for example, or from whatever place of worship, who have no place to be there. What the hell are they doing outside screaming at 5-year-olds? What are they doing? Of course that's inflaming the situation.
And is it down to that element that you feel mediation has stalled in Birmingham?
Absolutely. This could be fixed in a day if the head teacher was allowed to continue her conversation with the parents.
Mr. Afzal is calling for the government to step in. He says if the conflict isn't resolved in Birmingham, we'll see similar conflict in schools up and down the country when the lessons become mandatory next September. Sally Lockwood, Sky News.